My father is 80 years old and he has shared everything with his family, his friends, and his business partners. Stephen and Peter Brunwalder and a whole host of people he's worked with his whole life. His spirit of adventure, his dreams to get to the top of the world, his vast knowledge of the way things work, his resources, his talents, his passion to succeed, and the wisdom he's gained, and the great stories that he and my mother have had all throughout their lives they shared with all of us, and it's really helped us all. It's all come from Dad and his love for Mom and his sense that his family has been his driving force and the most important thing in the world to him. And when anyone asked me or my sisters or my mom if we were loved, I can only say that I knew I was. I knew I was deeply cherished and cared for and given a great deal. So my sisters, my mother, and I were very lucky in the ultimate and truest sense of the word to have my father's love, because it meant that, because of his love and his amazing Herculean efforts and talents and abilities, he really laid the world at our feet to experience, understand, live, and do with the time of our lives whatever we desired. So ultimately, his love was so big, so grand, so powerful, that we got the whole world in return for just opening our eyes. It has been a very special life as a part of this amazing family, and to have led this amazing life because of it. There are no words to express my love and my gratitude for Dad's and Mom's love and the exhilaration I have come to expect from this wonderful life that Dad, with his most amazing generous spirits, they have shared with me. Let's all raise our glasses in love and give a toast to Dad on his 80th birthday. May you live another 20 years. We love you, Dad.
Yay, here he is.
Yay.
Deborah, that was beautiful. Last but not least, I'd like to introduce you to, in my opinion, the most beautiful, the most intelligent, the most sophisticated of all the Rodman sisters, my wife, Linda.
Yay!
Did I say that the way you told me?
Before I start, I want to just thank Vincent and Lee and Scott and Tracy and everybody for making so many arrangements, and Stephen for having us all here today in celebration of Dad's 80th birthday, and making Dad the center of attention for all of us, as he is for our hearts. On this occasion of Dad's 80th birthday, I'd like to share with you just a few of Dad's many wonderful qualities that I love about him. The first quality that I think of when I think of you, Dad, is your sense of humor. We all know that no one can get through life alive without one. We have all heard Dad's stories from childhood. My theory is that the only one who's ever heard every story is our mother. These stories about his brother Marty, their parents, and their beloved grandparents are more than just funny. They provide insights into Dad's character. Though his family lacked material comforts, there was a lot of laughter. All were blessed with an incredible sense of humor. We all know that in life, we grow when we embrace challenges and face adversity. In that sense, Dad's background provided almost too much of a good thing. Your sense of humor and your enthusiasm for the next challenge are as vibrant today as they were many years ago. The second quality that I think is important, Dad, is your well-defined sense of right and wrong. Dad's outlook is much more basic than any moralistic or legalistic notion of justice. And it is the very antithesis of our current society's relativistic morality. There are just some lines one never crosses, some things that must be done to the nth degree, And yet other things he knows with certainty should never be done at all. Dad, you are the ultimate stand-up guy. You stand head and shoulders above many parents and grandparents in teaching life's most important lessons. And I greatly value all I have learned thus far from you. Third, Dad, you're a straight talker. I always know where I stand with you. You never mince words. Not surprisingly, criticism is delivered at a high volume, but by the same token, praise and encouragement are heartfelt and proudly expressed. When people first get to know me and hear that our family lived all around the globe, they often ask me if my father was a diplomat. I always get a real good laugh over that one and just say, well, not exactly. I keep meaning to ask you, Dad, so when are you going to come out of your shell and voice an opinion? But it's good to go through life that way. Fourth, Dad, I really enjoy your cursing. Yes, you heard it correctly. It's cursing that I speak of now. Dad shows us that there are certain descriptions and emotions that you just can't express in the absence of off-color language. When my sisters and I were little girls, our wise mother instructed us by saying, now girls, just because you hear your father say something doesn't mean you should ever repeat it. So simply close your ears. Clearly, Mother's advice and sense of propriety was exactly right. But, and please know it is in capital letters, but over time it's all been impossible to unring that bell. Dad's vigorously colorful language is a welcome part of our lives, and so be it. Your last quality, Dad, that I single out is your generosity. Unlike your parents, you and Mother have provided all your daughters every material advantage in life. And as if that were not enough, you engage in different types of generosity. You give of yourself all the time. For instance, if I have a problem, there is no one I'd rather have in my corner but you. You are an amazingly careful listener and an incredible problem solver. Life presents many problems, and happiness and success often hinge on just how effectively we solve them. Dad, you're the expert. To close, in your first 80 years, you and Mother have stacked up a mountain of accomplishments. You have remained 80 years young by having retained both your enthusiasm and your values. You make 80 the new 50. Today, on behalf of Barry and Jason, who is absent but working in Washington, and Barbara and Amanda and Danielle and Roberta and Chris, we just want to say, and Deborah, we just want to say, that's what happens when you read because you get nervous. We want to say happy birthday,
Yay.
and we love you tons.
Sure, Barbara, you're not to speak.
I think you can see the love that emanates from the daughters and the grandchildren, and even the son-in-law for Norman. We're happy you joined us on such a happy occasion. And now, Norman, we'd like to say